Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Jai Gaur Premanande Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vidishesha Sunyavadi Paschatadesha Hey Guru Gyanadadina Bandho Swanandadata Kuranaita Sindho Vrindavanasina Hitavatara Prasida Radha Padaya Prachara Nama Shashtamanum Sachiputramacha Sarupam Rupam Tasyagajamurapurim Matarim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Mahoradhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi Vande Nantad Bhuteshwayam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhum Nichoki Yat Prasadat Sat Bhakti Shastra Pravartaka Nityanandam Maham Naumi Sarvananda Karam Param Harinama Padam Devam Bhagavate Shivam Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadhabhyam Jagannataya Te Namaha Taptakan Shanagaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriya Pancha Kopatibhyascha Kripa Sindhudevacha Patitanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Vrindaye Tosidebhye Priyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. So after offering obeisances to my Guru, to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our obeisances to all of you, and thank the organizers of these satsangas for their kind invitation to be able to come here and spend time with you. The intelligentsia of your country, the smart devotees, smart people of India, highly gifted academic achievers, so it's my good fortune to be with all of you. So I was asked to speak about fearlessness, and the first person comes to my mind is Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada faced many obstacles in his life. It's not that we can expect smooth sailing in our life, and everything will be very, very smooth, everything's going to work out, no obstacles, no challenges. This isn't realistic understanding of what is life. Not realistic. Life is full of obstacles, but if we take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, we become delivered from the entire material predicament. Srila Prabhupada's name, given to him by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is Abhay Charanaravinda. What does that mean? Fearless Abhay. Why Abhay? Charanaravinda. For one who has taken shelter for the lotus feet of the Lord. One great Vaishnava poet, Govinda Das, made a beautiful bhajan. He sang, Bhaja Hare Manashi Nandanandana Abhaya Charanarvindare Durlabha Manava Janama Satsanghe Toraho E Bhavasindure. That by taking shelter of the Lord and the devotees, one crosses the Bhavasindu, the entire ocean of material existence, the ocean of repeated birth, death, old age and disease. And one becomes fearless. Because from the point of view of the soul, the Atma, what is to fear? Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutta bhavita va nabhuya ajo nitya shashvatoyam purana na hanyate hanyamani. Soul doesn't die. He's never born and he never has died. Kadachit. At any time. What is to fear? But we become fearful for our bodily existence. That's natural. And we've come to this world, so we should strive for success. We should try to overcome obstacles. But what is the process? To take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord. And this was exemplified by the life of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, my revered Guru Maharaj. Even in business, it was foretold that he would become more than Birla or Tata. That power was in his destiny. But Krishna took everything away. One may think, why? Such a great loss to fail in business? At one time in Srila Prabhupada's life, his business was flourishing. He was even driving Chevrolet car. Can you imagine? In Kolkata, driving Chevrolet car. And his nephew, what was his name? His nephew's name was Goranga, I think. Anyway, his servants there. And his nephew is driving the car. As driver, Chevrolet car, through the streets of Kolkata. Such prestigious position, such wealth. But we read in Srimad Bhagavatam, what is that? It's still working, it's okay. Yasyaham nigranami harishetaddanam shanai. If the Lord wants to show special mercy, He takes everything away. People think, what is blessing of God? Dhanam janam sundarim. A very beautiful wife, very pretty wife, obedient children, big bank account, bodily beauty, education. These are blessings, no doubt, but they're not real blessings. They're the blessing of this world. Kunti Maharani said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Janmai Swarja Shuta Shibir, Edamana Madapuman, Nirvahatya Vidatum Vai, Tvam. This is too disturbing. Let's take this. So Kunti Maharani said, and she just turn it off. Band karo. So Kunti Maharani said in Bhagavatam, Janmai Swarja Shuti Shribir Edamana Madapuman Naivarhatya Vidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. That Janma, Aiswarja, Shuta Shiva, bodily beauty, good birth, education, material opulence, these are intoxicants. What is the intoxication? What is the effect of that intoxication? As one thinks, this material world is a wonderful place, I can stay here and enjoy. Is it possible? Is it possible? Goddess Lakshmi is chanchal. Sometimes she's there, then she's gone. And this happened in Prabhupada's life. He made investment and Krishna took everything away because Krishna was preparing him for greater success. Greater success means our relationship with God. So good birth is very nice. It's a blessing to be sure. But how long is our birth? How long is our life? How long can we stay here? Janma, Aiswarja, material opulence. Goddess Lakshmi is chanchal, everyone knows. What is that? Huh?
Mixer grinder.
A mixer grinder. Acha. It's prasadam in the process. Auspicious sound. Shruta, learning. At the end of your life, can you show Yamaraj your graduation certificate? Check it out, Yamaraj. MBBA, BTech, MTech. Can you show him? Will he be impressed? Will he leave you alone? by your strength of your education. Education is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But it's not the ultimate goal of life. Janmai Swarja Shuta Shibi. Shibi means bodily beauty. Bodily beauty is also fleeting, isn't it? Isn't it? There's a verse spoken. Anyone here from South India? No South Indians? It's one of the Alwars. He spoke Idam Shariram Parinama Peshalam Padantyavata Shatashandi Jarjaram Kemoshadi Puchtasi Mudha Durmate Yaramayam Krishna Rasayanam Piba. He says Idam Shariram Parinama Peshalam. Peshalam means very beautiful. Everyone thinks my body is very beautiful. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all? Oh, you are, you are. We like to look at our face in the mirror, right? We look at our mustache, check our mustache. And the ladies are like this. And putting eyeliner. Yes, very pretty, very pretty. But body is not peshalam, beautiful for very long. Parinama means it undergoes change. The wrinkles come, the hair falls out, the body sags, and the 100 joints of the body, Satashandit Jarjaram, they become stiffened with old age. Is this a philosophical idea? It's a fact of life. Irrefutable fact of life. The body becomes stiffened with old age and it will fall down dead. So Kulashekar Alwar says very strong words. He says, do you think that there is some oshadi, some churna, some gutika, some elixir, some syrup, some pill that you can take to solve this problem? Kimoshadi pitchasi mudha durmate. Said, you're donkey-like mind. You're like a donkey if you think so. I'll just take some pill, no more old age, no more disease. Is it possible? But he said there's one thing, there's one elixir. Niramayam Krishna Rasayanam Pima. Take this Rasayanam of Krishna's holy name, and this is the solution to all these problems. The body undergoing change, the body falling down dead, the body becoming stiffened with old age. That this is a solution to take to the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And one who does that becomes fearless. Because we get in this life, let's talk about money. In this life, you get a certain amount of money. But money is always a problem. If you don't have money, big problem, isn't it? How you eat even without money. Because in Kali Yuga, food is sold. In other yugas, in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, food is free. Just eat. Only in Kali Yuga is food sold. So you need money just to eat, to keep a roof over your head, to keep clothes on your back. Money is a necessity of life. Irrefutable. It's a necessity of life in Kali Yuga. So, no money, that's a big problem. But if you have money, that's also a problem, isn't it? The government wants to take it, the thief wants to take it, your family wants to take it, everybody wants to take my money, my money, my money. Brighter than sunshine, sweeter than honey, money, money, money. People are attached to money. But money can't protect us from the onslaught of material modes of nature. Can it protect you from death? Can it protect you from old age? Money is an illusion, especially in this age where money means pieces of pretty colored paper. Especially the pink ones, but they took all the pink ones away. Right? So people think this is wealth. Digits stored in the bank's computer or pieces of pretty colored paper. Is that wealth? What is wealth? Think, what is wealth? Wealth is food, wealth is clothing, wealth is good company, wealth is land, wealth is cows, wealth is the ability to live in this world unfettered by the challenges of material life. So money, there's no shelter there. Janma, birth, people become very proud of their birth. Any Brahmins here? Take birth in Brahmin family? Oh, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. They say that a cow only produces a cow, right? A rabbit only gives birth to a rabbit. A horse only gives birth to a horse. And a Brahmin only gives birth to a Brahmin. Is it true? What is a Brahmin? What does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Chaturvanya maya shishtam guna karma vibhagasa. Certainly it's a pious birth. It gives you all opportunity. My father was an orthopedic surgeon. He was a professor of orthopedics at the University of California. Does that make me a doctor? No. Can I operate? Anyone volunteer? I'll get a scalpel and we'll just start cutting. And I haven't read Grey's Anatomy. I haven't read even college. Can I start operating because on the strength of my father's position? No. Brahman means like guna, quality, and karma, work. What are the 9 qualities and 6 times of work? Loudly. Brahma karma means 9 things and 6 types of work. Patan yajan yanjan dana pratigraha. That you worship the deity and you teach other people how to worship the deity. Other people enter into Brahminical lifestyle. You teach and you practice. And dana pratigraha means you accept charity and you give charity. And that you study Shastra and you teach Shastra. These are the 6 karmas or 6 kinds of work for Brahman. These things define the Brahman. Maharaj Yudhishthira was told by Narad Muni, Yasya lakshanam pumsa varnabhya panchikam yananyatrapi dishyeta tatinaiva vinyudishet. Which means if you're born in the family of Shudras, but if you have the quality of a Brahman, you're a Brahman. If you're born in the family of Brahmins, but you have the quality of Shudras, you're a Shudra. By quality and by work. No discrimination, no caste discrimination. So, janma means good birth. Certainly it's a good birth to be born in a pious family. I was born in a medical field family. So I had an inclination. I thought I considered medicine, but that wasn't my path. But you get opportunity by that birth. So janma isn't everything. Aishwarya, material opulence isn't everything. There's no shelter in material opulence because it comes and it goes. Goddess Lakshmi, Chanchal. She's here and then she's gone. She's here and then she's gone. Shruta, learning, the education you receive is very valuable in this lifetime. But do you carry it with you? Do you carry it with you? One may be an Einstein in one lifetime and a fool in the next. It's not eternal. So Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shibir, bodily beauty we discussed. The body sags, becomes regular. Where is shelter? How do we become fearless? We become fearless by taking shelter of the Lord. And there are examples in Shastra. Dhruva Maharaj. You've read in Bhagavatam about Dhruva Maharaj. He's a young boy, delicate young boy. But he had this Ishvara Bhav, nature, Kshatriya nature. Shauryam Teja Titir Daksham, Daksha, I can't remember the whole verse. Anyway, that he has this Ishvara Bhav, controlling mentality, I'm the boss, and when he's insulted by his stepmother, he cannot tolerate. She says, give me a kingdom greater than my father's. And his mother advised him, go to the forest. So determined, 5-year-old boy, fearlessly going, wild animals, how will you eat? How will you survive the elements even? Ferocious bears and tigers and forest-dwelling animals that look at you as food. But Dhruva was fearless. Why? Because he took shelter of the Lord. He took shelter of the Lord. Ambarish Maharaj was a great king, which is instructive also, because we don't become Krishna conscious on the strength of renunciation. Oh, a king, I don't want to be a king, I'll not get Krishna if I become a king, if I become materially opulent, crorepati. We take shelter of Krishna in any circumstance of life. Yudhishthira Maharaj, Arjun, Ambarish Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, all greatly powerful, opulent kings, but great devotees simultaneously. So Ambarish Maharaj is a great devotee, and Durvasa Muni became very envious. Why are people showing so much respect to this king, rascal king? I am a great yogi. And he came to Maharaj's kingdom with all his disciples. And he was expected that Maharaj Ambarish would care for him. Maharaj Ambarish was undergoing fasting because he's so much inclined for spirituality. And it came time to break his fast, and Maharaj and Durvasa Muni came. So what to do? I have to break my fast, but this Muni has come, I have to serve him first. What to do? So his Mahamantri, his advisor, told him, you just take a little water. But Durvasa Muni, very angry, proud type person. He's Anksha of Lord Shiva. Very powerful. He's Asutosh, very easy to please him, but don't irritate him because he'll curse you. So Durvasa Muni could understand Ambarish Maharaj had taken water. You broke your fast before feeding me. He became very angry and cursed Maharaj Ambarish to die. A great fiery demon came to kill Ambarish Maharaj, and Ambarish Maharaj folded his hands. He knew, Konteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati, that in every circumstance, Krishna will protect him. So the Sudarshan Chakra came to protect, finished the demon and protected Ambarish Maharaj. But when that same Sudarshan Chakra turned on Durvasa Muni, he fled like a scared girl, running all over the universe, trying to seek shelter from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, sorry, Lord Brahma, sorry, you go see Lord Vishnu, all the way to the Vaikuntha planet, and had personal darshan of Lord Vishnu. He was so powerful. He threw himself at the feet of Lord Vishnu and said, please protect me. The Sudarshan Chakras. Lord Vishnu said, I cannot. He cannot. He said to Durvasa Muni, Sadhava hridayo mayam sadhunam hridayam taham mananyate na janati naham tebhyo managapi. There's devotees, glorifying the devotees. The devotees are in my heart, and I am in the heart of the devotees. I don't know, Lord Vishnu is speaking, I don't know anyone but my devotees, and the devotees don't know anything but me. Is that not protection? Affectionate relationship devotee shares with the Lord's loving relationship with the devotees. He said, I have no independence. I've given up my independence to serve my devotees. At the gates of Vaikuntha, when the four Kumaras were blocked entry, and the Jai Vijay were cursed by the four Kumaras, Lord Vishnu appeared on the scene and said, if my arm offends my devotee, I'll cut off my arm. And I've become auspicious because of the lotus feet of my devotees. This is the feeling Lord has for devotees. He is the supreme controller, and one has relationship with him, has all hope of deliverance from this world. So these are examples in Shastra. The main example in my life as I began speaking was Srila Prabhupada, who took complete shelter of Krishna. He came in the ship. I think most of you are aware of the basic elements of Prabhupada's presentation of Krishna consciousness in the West, that he took shelter of Krishna. He had a heart condition. He had no money. He came to America with 40 rupees, and you can't even spend a single rupee in America. He saved that money when he went back into India. He used it as taxi fare. So he came with no money, no guarantee of support. He had a heart condition, suffered 2 heart attacks, life-threatening heart attacks, but to take up the mission of a spiritual master, he didn't care. I'll offer my body. I'll give my body in the service of God. And that determination guaranteed his protection by the Lord. So 2 heart attacks, he came to America, meditate on Prabhupada, standing on the streets of New York City. New York City gets very, very cold, like -0 temperature degrees. Prabhupada's wearing sannyas dhoti, thin sannyas dhoti, little wool chadar, Prabhupada hat, white rubber shoes, standing in the streets of New York City in the snow, thinking, why have you brought me here to this sinful place? Ugra karma place, horrible place, New York City. Why? You're praying to the Lord. Why you've brought me here? You think you must have some purpose. But that relationship with the Lord brought him through so many trials. His typewriter was stolen. Someone broke into his room. He was staying in a loft, which means no common bathroom, just one room, floor, no sink, what you call basin, no bathroom, single room. Someone broke in and stole his typewriter. They stole his 1,000-page Gita manuscript that he'd typed up so he could make it into a book to publish. Whole manuscript gone. Years of labor invested in his Gita manuscript, stolen, gone. So many obstacles. One crazy hippie guy attacked Srila Prabhupada bodily, threw him down the stairs, even from the material point of view. An old man being attacked by a young man and thrown down the stairs. Who can imagine the suffering that Prabhupada underwent? And when he opened 26 2nd Avenue, he collected the money, he cut the vegetables, he prepared the feast, he served the devotees, he washed their dishes. There was only one bathroom. There was the storefront, and Prabhupada's apartment was up on the first floor. There was the only bathroom. The whole community of devotees living there would use Srila Prabhupada's bathroom. And he'd use his towel, and he'd wait in line to use his own bathroom. Can you imagine coming from Vrindavan to that circumstance? But fearless, that I have a mission to do on the order of my Guru, and I'm protected by the Lord, in spite of all obstacles in life. There's a nice story that Srila Prabhupada was in that circumstance, staying in 26 2nd Avenue, sharing bathroom with the hippies, preparing feast for them, serving them. Then the first initiation came. I think Shyamsundar, Mukunda, I don't remember, Achyutananda maybe. It was time for first initiation. So Prabhupada cut the vegetables, prepared the feast, made the yajna, did the fire sacrifice, gave the name. Then he said to the new initiates who had just accepted Srila Prabhupada as their guru, okay, bow down. They didn't even know to bow down to their guru. He said, now bow down. The devotees looked like, what? What is he saying? The fire was there. It is coming down, dwindling, becoming less. Prabhupada saying, bow down. And looking at, what? Huh? Bow down? What does he mean? They said, oh. And they begin to blow on the fire. Because the fire was coming down. What did they know? What did I know when I first came to Krishna consciousness? What did I know even? Not like you. By your birth, you understand what is mantra, what is murti, what is mandir, what is Gita, what is Bhagavatam, what is kirtan, what is arati. From your birth, your mother is going, okay, do jai jai, do jai jai. You take arati. You understand what is Bhagavatam. By your birth, such a fortunate birth. We're not like that when we came to Prabhupada's movement. Prabhupada had to teach everyone from the very beginning, the ABCs of spiritual life. But that was his challenge. But he negotiated everything because of his faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead at every step of life. So when I think of fearlessness, who do I think of? Abhay Charanaravinda, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. He sacrificed his life for the benefit of human society to distribute this Krishna consciousness, this non-sectarian principle of making progress in spiritual life, how to take shelter of God in every circumstance of life. You can be a Maharaja, an emperor, like Dhruva Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, or you can be a peon in the street. No discrimination. So these are the principles. Ambarish Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Jatayu in Ramayana. Jatayu sacrificed his life. When Ravana stole Sita, he's flying away with Sita. Jatayu couldn't tolerate this insult to his Lord. And he fearlessly attacked Ravana. Ravana is a very powerful demon, not ordinary demon. He did great austerity to become so powerful. So Ravana chopped off his wings. He lay dying, chanting Lord's name. This is perfection of life, to offer one's whole life in the service of the Lord. Fearlessly knowing, Konteya patijani, name bhakta pranashiti. Krishna says, Arjuna, you declare it boldly, my devotee never perishes. Krishna always protects his devotees. Someone may say, well, you're trying to say that the devotee never gets in car accident, never gets any deadly disease, never suffers any financial setback. This is the material world. We all suffer in this material world regardless. But Krishna protects the bhakti, the progress one is made in spiritual life. Krishna says in Gita, Neha Bhakramana Shosti Pratyavayo Navidyate Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahatobhaya. Even swalpam, what does swalpam mean? Just a little bit. Someone comes to the temple, they look around, oh, nice, nice flowers. They don't even see Radha Krishna. They just see some decoration. They look around, they smell the agarbatti. Nice flowers. And they've begun devotional life. They've begun devotional life. During Kartik Mas, we offered little diya, piece of cotton, little ghee or oil. That alone has great power. There's a story of a mouse. You know this story? Yes. The mouse the diya is getting stuck in his mouth, it's burning, he's jumping. Lord is so accommodating. Oh, he's offering arati to me. And the mouse took birth in the family of a Brahmin, his next life, good birth. And from there he went back to Godhead. The Lord is so accommodating for the smallest thing. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahatobhaya. I protect you from the most dangerous type of fear, which is to lose the opportunity of the human form of life. Greatest opportunity. So the proposition of our acharyas, the proposition of Shastra, is to use your human form of life properly. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Become intoxicated. Janmai swarja shuta shibya. Become intoxicated that this life is very good. Let me enjoy, without caring for the future. Like all of you, why are you in college? To get a degree? To be prosperous in your future. You're thinking about your future. This is good planning. Do we plan for our future? What is our real future? Who can say? We can hope. But before that happens, what will happen? You have to die before you go back to Godhead. Right? So what's going to happen? What is everyone's future? What is the future of everyone's body? They're going to make a big stack of wood. They're going to put your dead body on it. They're going to light it and people are going to cry. Is that not our future? Everyone's future? Irrefutably, our future? So how to make a solution to this problem? What is the solution? You have to develop relationship with God. This isn't our home. This isn't our home. We're very most people, devotees are in a different category, but most people are so foolish, they think this is my home. I can stay here forever, everything will be very nice, but what is the future? We're born into this material world. That is very, very painful for the child, very painful for the mother. One Mataji said, can you imagine taking your upper lip and pulling it over your forehead? He said, that's what it's like giving birth to a child. Very painful for mother, very painful for child. Then the baby comes out. What is a welcoming ceremony? Slap on the butt and the child cries. This is a system. They slap the baby's rear end to make him shocked into start breathing. And they give you a bath and some antiseptic solution and welcome to the material world. They come and doing what? Crying. Welcome to the material world. First thing, start crying. And when people die, they cry. And in between, the baby can't even crawl. He can't even turn over. Then he finally learns how to crawl. He learns how to walk. He thinks life is good. They're giving me food. They're going, oh, you're so cute. Kuchi, kuchi, kuchi. You're so nice. Then one day they say, now it's time to go to school. And you go, school? What school? Oh, you have to get smart. You have to learn how to read, mathematics. You have to write and read and mathematics and history and geometry. And somehow they survive the high school experience where you're supposed to be cool, have the right mobile phone, have the right friends, have the right girlfriend, watch the right movies, eat the right food, and conform and be popular. Somehow we survive the high school experience. And then people start asking you, what do you want to be? What do you mean? What do I want to, I'm me. What do you mean? What What do you want to do? What education you want to get to become successful in life, to have an occupation? So then you go to college, you get a degree, you graduate, then you go begging, please hire me. I'll make money, I'll be a good employee, I promise. I'll make your company money, please hire me. So you get a job, and they give you a job. Then you have money. I'll get a flat, I'll get a car, get a scooter, I'll get a girl, I'll get married, have some kids, and what happens? You get babies. Mother stays up all night, father stays up all night because the kid's hungry and crying. The kid grows up, and at a certain stage in life, you go, bye mom, bye dad, it's been fun, see you later. Right? You're laughing because that's what you guys are doing. And then husband and wife are left together, and then what happens? One dies and one cries. It's the future of every relationship, isn't it? Husband dies, wife cries, wife dies, husband cries. It's a crying proposition. And then you're left by yourself. Maybe you have money to survive. Then you'd also die. You also have to meet that day when the last breath comes. What did it all mean? What did it all mean without Krishna? Without a connection with spiritual life? So the proposition of Veda, of Bhagavad Gita, is to live your life in Krishna consciousness. Arjuna was asked by Krishna, Arjuna asked Krishna how to achieve you at the time of death. Very nice thing. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tyajantanti kalevaram tam tamivaiti kontaya sadatad bhava bhavita antakali samam ariva smaran bhuktva kalevaram yaprayati samad bhavam yati nasyatya sankhya tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha mayarpita mano buddhir mami varshasi asanshaya. Says you can achieve me, asanshaya, you can achieve me. How? Mama nusmara and yudhyacha. What does that mean? Mama nusmara? No, think of me. Mama nusmara, always be conscious of me. With your mind and intelligence fixed on me. And yudhyacha, Krishna is telling Arjuna, live your life in the world. You're a Kshatriya. Arjuna's proposition was, I will refrain from my duty, I will go to some cave in Himalaya, I will meditate, I will not fight my relatives. Krishna is encouraging him. Do your duty. Nimittamatram bhava sabhyasachan. You get out there and fight. Uttishta, get up and fight. So, spiritual life does not mean renouncing duty. It means to conflate your duty and your spirituality. Side by side like train tracks. One track, your career, your education, your success in this world. Other track, Krishna, your spiritual life. A train doesn't run on one track. It runs on two tracks. Both tracks running parallel can go thousands of kilometers. So this is success in life. Excel in your educational endeavor and excel in spirituality. And for that reason, the organizers of these sanghas try and introduce these principles of your shastra, that is intrinsic in your life. Lord himself came to this country. He didn't come to New York, to Paris, to Adelaide, to London. He came here, Vrindavan Dham, Lord's Bhoma Leela. Just 3 hours drive and you're in Vrindavan. The Lord came here to your country. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Krishna came, Rama came, Buddha came. All avatars came to this sacred place. But I'll tell you, the most painful thing for a Videshi Vaishnava, a foreigner like me, who's accepted your country as his own country, the most painful thing is to see Indian people discarding Bharatiya Sanskriti like it was a piece of trash. What would your classmates say if you went dressed like this to your class? With dhoti kurta? Huh? Babaji? They say dinosaur. They'd mock you. Were your forefathers, because you're all coming in from all your family, your Gotra, Sandilya Gotra, Bharadwaj Gotra, all the great saintly persons, Were they dressed in Levi's and tank top? Did they have a scooty with a girl in the back? And they're saintly people, and they dress like sadhus. So it's become so unfashionable to be Krishna conscious. It's highly disturbing for a devotee who has so much respect for your country and your culture. It's very highly disturbing. I fly here, and the devotees very kindly supply airline ticket because I'm touring around. And I'm on the airplane with these so-called aristocratic people with their jewelry, their expensive watches, their designer clothes, their haircuts. Ladies are very pretty. But you examine their life and they live like pigs. Pig will eat anything, pig will do anything. So whether it's a land pig or a flying pig, they're living pig-like life. Why? Because they've rejected that which makes India great. They paint on your trucks, right? Meri Bharat Mahan. What makes India great? Your Shastra, your culture, your Bharatiya Sanskriti, that makes you successful materially and successful spiritually. So when Antakali Samarmaiva, when that Antakali, that moment comes, you can think of God. You're not thinking about your bank account, thinking about your position in the world. Think of God and go back to God. This is success in life. And if someone understands that, they become fearless in every activity of life. And this is a message of our Shastra, of your Shastra, of our Shastra. So we want to be fearless. Why be a little, shy little coward always like you see birds, they're always this way. They're always in fear that a hawk is going to come, cat is going to come, some creature is going to eat my body. They're always like this. Always looking. They're full of fear. We become fearless based on our relationship with God, who wants our success, who is waiting for us in the kingdom of God. So live your life. Be happy in Krishna. And at the end, go back to Krishna. Is there something more to life than that? Is there? If there is, tell me. I want to know. In 50 years, I've not found anything better. I don't think there is. I also worked. I'm not living like this. At home, I was always doing puja, worshipping deity, Shalagram Shila, chanting japa, worshipping Tulsi, everything. But I also worked in the world. 20 years I was working. I had business in jewelry industry, selling gemstones, jewelry, that all, fixing watches. For 20 years. I understand what it is to work in the world. But that's not success. I understand what it is to be wealthy. I was very successful business. And Krishna gave me everything. I can say without reservation that in my life I had everything that you could ever hope for. I have a nice wife from Odisha, Indian, one of Bharatiya wife also. I live in India. My guru is Indian. My friends are Indian. I wear Indian clothes. I eat Indian food. I think, how was I born in America? What happened? And in my life, I got everything. All material opulence. I have a beautiful flat in Mayapur. Live in your country. Chanting Hare Krishna. So I have no financial worries. I got everything. And Krishna. This is like Dhruva Maharaj. He wanted the kingdom, and he got Lord also. He had Sakshat Darshan of the Lord. He had his own, he wanted a kingdom. What did he get? He got his own planet. The pole star. North Star. North Star is a Vaikuntha planet within this world. If you take a time-lapse photography, you point it at the North Star, time-lapse photography, all the different planets and stars are going around Dhruva Loka. North Star. It says Vaikuntha planet. And Lord gave a whole planet. Dhruva Maharaj said, I want a kingdom greater than my father. And he gave me his whole planet. This is Krishna. Giving all happiness, all success, by developing relationship with him. Based on our relationship. So go on in your life. Be successful. Don't forget Krishna. And he won't forget you. Any comments or questions? Yes, Prabhu. Please accept mine.
Prabhuji, we try to balance our material as well as spiritual life, but like our spiritual life is like highly when there is any difficulties in material life, when it is going downhill, so it also affects our spiritual life very greatly. So
Yes.
how to decouple it, like both go independently and not affecting each other?
One thing you can consider is that your material life is material by your consciousness. Let's say a man is working in IT field. Yes, he has to go to work and make money, and he comes home, takes care of his family, he eats, he sleeps there, he worships his deity. How is that happening? He's making money for what? For serving Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, his wife and children. He's making money to maintain his temple, to maintain his worship of the deity. How is his work fully material? It's not. If we develop a higher understanding, a more universal understanding, whatever Krishna says in Gita, yat karoshi yadashasi, yastahosi dadasi yat, yat tapasyasi kontaya, makurasha madarpanam. He's offering his life, his work, his sacrifice, his food, his everything to Krishna. How is it material? In our mind we think, oh, I have my material life and I have my spiritual life. If we elevate our consciousness, we can see that everything is for Krishna. We should see your education is also for Krishna. To become steady, to have a stable situation in life with decent income, to maintain family. If you intend to marry, then to maintain wife and children, you'll require income. And wife and children to be stable in your spiritual life, so you're not distracted in spiritual life. That you're not looking at every woman, oh, that one, oh, wow, oh. But you have relationship with one woman. You're a gentleman, dharmic. That requires an education, which requires, you have to have a job, which requires education. It's a complete holistic understanding. If we separate them, this is my material life, this is my spiritual life, this is distracting this is distracting this. See it from the higher point of view, holistic point of view. Then my education is part and parcel of my spiritual life. And you're here for that. If you have an exam coming and you still have 10 rounds to chant, finish your studies because you have an exam the next day. You don't think, I'll chant my japa and depend on Krishna for my test. And then you get to your exam and you look at the exam, oh my God. And you're in trouble because you neglected your duty in educational field. So everything is connected. For a devotee, everything is connected. But if we see from duality, then we become confused. So in that way you can harmonize. But life is complicated. I remember when, as a child, there was only black and white TV. Internet wasn't invented. Mobile phone wasn't invented. If you can imagine a life before internet and mobile phone, oh my God. And TV meant black and white TV. So there was a show on TV called You Asked For It. There was a guy where people call and they want to see some particular entertaining act. So there was a guy, he'd have a pole like this, he'd get a plate spinning on top of it, do, he gets it spinning, then he goes to the next one, do, and he's got 5, 6 going, then by the time he gets the 6th one, the first one's starting to wobble, gets this one going, gets this. Life is like this. You find stability in economic situation, then you go to relationships, then you go to education, you go to all health, all the different responsibilities, then you have to go back to this one. It's a balancing act. All different responsibilities, full of responsibility. That is life in the material world. Unless you want, okay, forget the whole thing. I'm going to go live in an ashram. I'll go meditate in a cave. If you're not ready to meditate in a cave, be responsible in your life. And that requires mental discipline. And that is one of the things, my understanding is that this satsang group is teaching, mental discipline. How to prioritize, you understand? Prioritize your responsibilities in life and be successful. But they're not, from the highest point of view, they're not contradictory. So balance everything and prioritize what needs to get done today. If you think, I want to go to Vrindavan and eat aloo paratha, see Krishna Balaram. Well, maybe that's a good idea if you're done with your exam, but if you have an exam the next day, better you study your books, spend time with your books and prepare yourself for an exam. prioritize what is important at the moment. Because it's all important. It's all important. Is that helpful? Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, as first of all, please accept your humble message, Prabhuji, as today's topic was fearlessness.
Pardon?
As today's topic was how to attain fearlessness
Yes.
through bhakti. Prabhuji, I feel there are different degrees of fearlessness. Like one type of fearlessness is when we do bhakti and we feel confident that yes, Krishna is our protector, as Krishna says. So we feel protected by Krishna through any all the means, like all the means. But there are higher degree which says whether Krishna protects me or doesn't. I am completely dependent on whatever Krishna does. And I am ready to accept that. Just like Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I am not doing any mercantile business, my Lord, just doing it. So sometimes it gets very tough to go to the second level. Or
Sometimes?
Yes, all the time. And so how to, is this level of fearlessness where we feel that yes, Krishna will protect us, Krishna will protect me from adverse conditions or any other conditions, like Krishna will not let me get into any financial trouble or mental trouble. It is expecting in a way is said by the superiors, and it's not as good as the higher business. So how to?
One has to understand who is being protected. We think, I am being protected. We think in terms of our body, isn't it? And as I was saying, is it that devotee never experiences injury to his body? Any car accident? Any health challenge? This is the material world. But our Atma, our people in ignorance say, I have a soul. Is that right? I have a soul. Is that true? No, I am the soul. Hello. I have a body and I am the soul. People think I am the body and I have the soul. I mean, they're all backwards, upside down and backwards. I have a soul and I am the body. Spiritual life means I am the soul and I have a body. So what is being protected? Ultimately, your body is destined for destruction. That's, we say, axiomatic truth, irrefutable truth. But in the meantime, Krishna takes special interest in his devotees. This verse in Bhagavad Brahma Samhita, Yastrinda Gopamata Vendamaho Sukarma Bandhana Rupa Palabhajanamatadi Karmani Nirdahati Kintu Cha Bhakti Bhajam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham. Then when we take to Bhakti Bhajam, Krishna takes special interest in his devotees. He says that Samoham Sarvabhutishu Nami Dvaishtosti Napriya. I'm equal to everyone, but Ye Bhajanti Tamam Bhaktya. One who worships me, I can't ignore them. So when we come to Krishna, he takes special interest in his devotee. So protection ultimately means our Atma, our relationship with God is protected. Swabhamapyasya dharmasya. That is protected. But we can't expect it, because people think Krishna is our order supplier. He's like, ring the bell, ding, 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 ding. Okay, I rang the bell, offer dupam, deepam, naivedyam. I gave you, now you give me Satyanarayan Katha, right? Bolo Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan ki. This is nice, it's great, but it's business. Don't be a baniya with Krishna. You want to be baniya, go make lakhs and crores of rupees, but not with Krishna. So I gave you doodh, gehun ka atta, ghee, dahi, phool, tulsi. Now you give me. Make my business successful. Give me a baby. Give me a husband. Give me a wife. Give me a house. Give me. This is business. I gave you, you give me. This is Karma Kanda section of Vedas. Veva Kanda, this is Karma Kanda section of Vedas. And that's there. This is pious. No problem. But there's a higher understanding of our relationship with God. And that is that I'm maintained by Him. I'm fearless from the spiritual point of view. That we have to die and we'll go back to Krishna, or Three things happen for a devotee. You can go directly back to Goloka. Highest achievement. You can come to this material world where Lord's Boma Lila is going on. He says that yuge, he comes in every millennium. So you can go to that place in the material world and fine-tune your relationship with Krishna in the material, and see him eye to eye, face it. This is Vrindavan, his Boma Lila was just here. His dham, and his activities, his associates, everyone comes. So you can go to that place in the material world where Krishna is going. That's a great achievement. And from there, go to the eternal kingdom of God, Nitya Lila. Or one can come to this material world and participate in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan Lila. Everything auspicious. So no fear. Nothing to fear. Fear comes from what? Bodily conception of life. Bodily conception of life. If some madman comes through the door, all right, everybody, do. You say, oh sure, no problem. Shoot me. I have to die someday. Sure, shoot me. No, we're fearful based on bodily conception of life. We think that I will die when my body dies. This is a gross illusion. We do not die. But if a devotee develops his Krishna consciousness, he's always ready to die. He has no attachment to his body. All right, sure. Ambarish Maharaj, fiery demon. Okay, Krishna's mercy. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Chaliye. Durvasa Muni was fearful. And this is the difference between the devotee and the yogi. Yogi still has bodily conception of life. And devotee becomes free from bodily conception of life. He knows he's always protected in his relationship with Krishna. And that goes, financial situation. Krishna will give you what you need. What was it Gandhi said? God will always supply according to our need, but not according to our greed. And everything else, we depend on Krishna. And in relationships, where there's Rama, there's no Kama. And where there's Kama, there's no Rama. So have a Krishna conscious relationship with a similarly devotionally inclined person, and be happy. My wife is up every morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, minimum, 2:30, 3 o'clock, chanting japa. Very, very self-controlled person. Worshipping Jagannath. She's from Orissa, so Jagannath is like her Kuladev, her Ishtadev, her everything. I said, Sudede, why don't you come with me? All the devotees are asking, they want to meet you. I said, who will feed Jagannath? Who will feed Jagannath? Who will take care of Tulsi Maharani? Very top class devotee. So be happy with what was provided by God. And at the end, go back to Godhead. That is real protection. There's no other protection. It all comes from Krishna. Does that answer your question? Prabhuji?
In the talk you were mentioning on the Prabhupada that in the biting cold, she was just having tutti, so the spirit was there. So when the challenges are on the mental level, emotional level, the intelligence level, one may deal, but when it comes on the physical level, it becomes very hard because we have very strong conception with the mind and the body. So and still we are in the material world. Let's, for example, someone is having cold or fever is there, body is not doing well, some fracture is there, some body part is paining. In that situation, that emotion aspect just becomes a ritual. So how should still maintain that emotional attitude towards the duties, towards the chanting?
It depends on who you are. In Srila Prabhupada's last days, he had severe physical challenges. The doctors, his body became like skin and bones. The doctor said any ordinary man would be screaming in pain. And you know what Prabhupada's vision was? They did Bhaktivedanta Institute, all PhD devotees were doing a seminar at Vrindavan. All big PhD, a seminar on consciousness from the perspective of Veda. Prabhupada's body is causing intense pain and suffering. What does he say? Are they happy? Are they getting good food? Are they comfortable in their room? Are they being cared for? He's not even thinking about his own situation. He's thinking about his guests that came to Vrindavan. Completely transcendent to his material condition of life. He'd travel with young devotees. And you could set your watch by Prabhupada's schedule. Oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, Prabhupada's in his room translating. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, he's walking, morning walk. So he would go to a complete other side of the world. It's 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning from his previous location. And he should be completely jet lagged, but he's exactly on schedule. And the devotees, the young men traveling with him, are completely exhausted and are sleeping. And Prabhupada's right on schedule. You can set your watch to Prabhupada's completely aloof from the bodily conception of life. Yeah, from a different world. There's many stories. I don't know if you want to hear Prabhupada's stories or what your inclination is. One time Achyutananda Prabhu and was walking with Srila Prabhupada and they came to a canal. And Achyutananda goes back like 20 paces and goes running, barely makes it across. Srila Prabhupada is standing on the edge of the canal and in one jump comes right across. And he's looking at Prabhupada, how did you do that? How did you do that? Another time Prabhupada was walking with Jamuna and Gurudas at Tittenhurst, John Lennon's estate, that was managed by his wife, I guess she was a wife, Yoko Ono, eccentric lady, and she refused to cut the grass. So it's early in the morning, the grass is covered with dew, os. And they're walking through the grass. Yamuna's looking behind her and she's making a trail through the grass as she's walking. She looked at Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, you're not making any trail in the grass. How is it possible? He said, someday you will understand. So Prabhupada's not of this world, but we're of this world, and when our body becomes disturbed, it disturbs our devotional life. The answer is to learn detachment from our body and mind. It's a mental adjustment. Because we see my body is just like mundane example. Let's say you have to pass water and you're like, oh, I gotta go. But you get a phone call, important phone call. You're so absorbed in the phone call, you forget you have to pass water, right? Or I was talking to one devotee lady. She is a very nice devotee, initiated devotee. But she has slipped disc and it's causing intense pain. The doctor said you have to stay in bed 3 months. And then we'll see if operation can solve the problem. So she's complaining about her pain, and we're talking, 10, 15 minutes about this and that. I said, Mataji, we've been talking 10 minutes. Did you forget about your pain? Oh, yeah. Mental adjustment. Another thing is going on in your mind and you forget about pain of the body. So that is possible by consciousness, by higher consciousness. We forget about the condition of the body, transcend the condition of the body. So yes, Prabhupada is there standing in the freezing cold, but he's in another world. He's in ecstasy. I've come to this place on the order of my Guru, and I'm serving my Guru Maharaj by introducing these principles of Vedic Shastra in America. Completely transcendent. That's not exactly possible for you and me. But it is possible in course of time to transcend the demands of the body. Because it's a body and is subordinate to our mind, subordinate to our intelligence, and subordinate to our Atma. Does that answer your question?
Just one small follow-up question for this. That so in such situation, should we bother about the bodily demands or not? For example, just taking about this having fever, should I be bothered that if I should take rest so that it gets cured?
No, that doesn't. I'm not suggesting we neglect the body. Not at all. Prabhupada said 4 things: read my books, do some service, study Shastra, and take care of your health. What is most important? Take care of your health. Take care of your body. You don't think, I'm not my body, doesn't matter. I'll walk in the rain, I'll overeat, I'll do this, I'll do that, do things that are injurious to your health. I'm not, my body doesn't, no, your body is a vehicle. Like if you have a car, a nice gadi, you take care of it. You take care of it because you need it to go where you need to go. It's important for your well-being in the world. So you take care of it. If you don't take care of it, you break it, don't maintain it, do the maintenance things, put the proper fuel, put the proper oil, the proper water, and the car blows up, whose fault is it? So we have to take care of this gadi, this body. Krishna calls it yantra, yantra rudhani mayaya. It's a body, it's a yantra, it's a machine. Take care of it because it's your vehicle through which you serve the Lord. If your body is very disturbed, then the mind becomes disturbed. How will you think of Krishna? So Gita says, Yukta hara viharasa, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapmano bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Be temperate in your habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation. Eat, but don't overeat. Sleep, but don't oversleep. Play, but don't overplay. Work, but don't overwork. Then yoga bhavati dukkha. By this principle of yoga, you transcend the miseries of material life. It's very scientific. So take care of your body because you need it. And you don't want to get another one. Yes, Prabhu.
Many times we commit mistakes and waste our time because of ignorance. But also many times we do these things like commit mistakes and waste our time because of free will.
Because of?
Free will. The Lord.
Yes.
Knowingly we do that. So how we can deal with this? We can use that.
Everything by practice. Krishna says, Abhyasa yoga yuktena chaitasa nanyagamina. Paramam purusham dimam yati partanu chintaya. That abhyas means practice. It's like if you want to play this mridanga. Can you pick it up and start dung, 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 dung? No, you have to practice it. You want to play harmonium, you have to practice it. You want to be a musician, you practice. If you want to be devotee, sadhana means devotion and practice. And practice implies you make mistakes, right? Nothing wrong. It's to be expected. We make mistakes. So you pick up and you carry on. There's a verse we say in relationship to worship of the deity. Bhumavas kalita padanam, bhumireva avalambanam, tvayi jata puradhanam, tameva sharanam prabho. That means if I'm walking on the earth and I trip and fall, I have to get up and walk on the earth. There's no other shelter than the earth. If I want to walk in the same way, although we offend the Lord, we make mistakes, there's no other shelter but the Lord. So you get up and you continue. Bhakti is very, very powerful.
Sometimes we do it knowingly that this is wrong, but still we do it.
The day will come when you say, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And you give it up. One has to not be controlled. The problem is that we're controlled by our mind. Mind seeks gratification through senses. Mind is the center of sensual activity. Everything comes from mind. If we don't control the mind, then we're controlled by our senses. We have to control the mind with our intelligence, saying, is this good for me? Will this make me happy? In the past I tried this, I thought it would make me happy, and it made me guilty and frustrated. Why am I doing it again? Spiritual life means Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahita sitoshna sukutukeshu tatamanapama. If you want to be happy in this world, prashantatma, you have to control your mind. If the mind is controlled, senses are controlled, and you're happy, prashantasya. If one is controlled mentally, then sita and ushna, summer and winter, heat and cold, happiness and distress, honor and dishonor, same. Can you imagine? Like if I say to you, what's your name, Prabhuji? Manish. Mahesh. Mahesh is such a great devotee, so austere, so dedicated, such a great soul. Oh, tell me more, tell me more. But I say, Mahesh, I mean, God gave a goose a bigger brain than you. You're so stupid. Why? How you call yourself a devotee, Mahesh? What kind of so stupid guy? Can't get it together, Mahesh. What? How dare you? You've insulted me. Where does this happen? Mental. Chitatmana prashantasya. We become happy when we control our mind. and not surrender to the demands of the mind. It's all, actually, if you analyze, our whole problem in devotional life is our mind. You read in Bhagavatam about this Bhikshu Gita. He's saying, he's suffering like anything. The story, I won't tell the whole story. He's suffering like anything. And he said, why am I suffering? Not because of karma, not because of nakshatra, not because of other people, not because of the elements. I'm suffering because of my mind. Only because of my mind. So if we conquer the mind, jitatmana, then we become happy. We become successful in bhakti. It's required. It's okay. Don't be dragged by your mind. This is the difference between devotee and non-devotee. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati kinchana sarva gunas tatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna unorati nasato davato bihi. What is the difference between devotee and non-devotee? Non-devotee is carried on the chariot of his own mind. Oh, let's do this. Yeah, let's go. Oh, what about this? Yeah, let's go. He's carried on the chariot of his mind. But devotee develops all the good qualities of the demigods by devotional service. We become happy, we become knowledgeable. We leave this world. What more you want in life? Other questions? Yes, Prabhu? Speak loudly so everybody can hear.
We see many times we see that the Indian people outside world, and we see materialistic people like do not into devotional service. Their life is going well, earning well, all things settled, families well, job is going well, time management is going nicely, not facing any challenge. And talking with them, then we find that wow, it is nice. And other than we may compare that okay, things are happening up and down in my life, I'm doing devotional service, and he is going nicely. Then what is the impetus for them to do devotional service, and how to look at this situation?
A similar question is asked in Bhagavatam, where the devotee asks, we see the devotees of Lord Shiva. They're so opulent, a beautiful home, nice car, family, beautiful wife, money, education, they have everything. We see these devotees of Lord Vishnu. They're like beggars. Simple life, they renounce the world, sleeping on the floor, no money, no respect in life, no one gives them any respect. Why is that? What is the answer?
Whoever Lord shows his mercy, he takes everything.
Yes, but what is the benefit, what is the destination at the time of death for the two different types of people? Devotee chaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamriti. He goes back to Godhead. The other person is destined to again come into the field, repeated birth and death, and there's no guarantee he even gets a human body. So if you judge prosperity by material prosperity, you make a big mistake. And this is sometimes challenging. You see some highly educated person, successful, he's looking down at you, poor little Krishna Bhakta, loser, don't have my position of wealth and influence. But what is the situation at the time of death? Who is successful and who is, like in Krishna Lila, Sudama. What does Sudama have? He can't even feed his family. Wearing ragged clothes, his wife finally says, why don't you go see your friend Krishna? Go see your friend Krishna. You were schoolmates with Krishna. So Sudama thought, I'll go see Krishna. He didn't go with the intention to get some material blessing. That yes, I want to see my friend Krishna. His whole journey to Dwarka, he's becoming more and more anxious, excited. I'm going to see my beloved friend Krishna. And his wife gave him some little, what they call chida, chipped rice, tied it up and sing. So he gets to Dwarka, and he looks big up, everyone's beautifully dressed in opulence and prosperity. He thinks, how can I even go in? Did he cross through the first gate, cross through the second gate? He's saying it is impossible to enter this to the palace of Lord Krishna. But Krishna himself came running out, tears in his eyes, Sudama, embracing Sudama with tears in his eyes. Who is fortunate? The devotee who has such loving, for whom the Lord has such loving affection? Or the person who is proud of his material wealth? Who is more fortunate? You don't know? Devotee. And then what happened to Sudama? Lord said, Sudama, you've brought me something? No, I'm not, no. Sudama, what have you brought for me? And he began to eat. And Rukminiji stopped him from eating another morsel because just accepting that one little morsel of gift from Sudama, what happened in his home? His little shack, his rundown shack, became a beautiful palace. And he came back. And this is Krishna. He supplies everything for his devotees. Everything. Or Kolavecha Sridhar in Chaitanya Leela. Kolavecha Sridhar was banana seller Sridhar. Kol. They sell the inside part of the banana, they sell he was making banana leaf cups. He's selling the banana, some lao, or Liko Loki, selling and poverty stricken. And still he's spending half of his income to worship Ma Ganga. And he was so beloved to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would come and tease him like anything. The Sudama, you give me this price. No, I won't sell for that. Sudama, I know you have lakhs of rupees stored. You're pretending to be a poor man. I know you have lakhs. He's like teasing him, and he would drink when he drank. Sudama had a rusty, broken iron vessel that he kept water for drinking in. Mahaprabhu picked up that and drank from it, and Sudama simply fainted. This isn't for you. Such affection for the Lord. Who is wealthy and who is poverty-stricken? Poverty-stricken is the man who's full of ahankar and abhiman. I am wealthy, I am important, I am successful, I have cars and land and apartments and family, it's all finished in death. Who is successful? The devotee. Because he leaves this world and goes back to God. And the amazing thing is one can have all that material opulence and have Krishna at the same time. It's a question of consciousness. Again, Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Arjun, Dhruva Maharaj, they're great opulent, they're kings. Yudhishthira was the king of the entire planet. But he was pure devotee. He wasn't intoxicated by his wealth. It's a question of adjustment of consciousness.
You see, one side on the material plane, one get happiness, one eats nice, he has nice food, interacts with people, associate with people. Whereas in the spiritual cycle, devotional life, we see that we talks about transcendental bliss, happiness. Where we demand that either I meet Krishna or not, I stay nicely or not, then I'm demanding nothing but still, what is that transcendental bliss which I will get?
What is?
That transcendental bliss, that happiness.
Transcendental bliss? That comes only, there's all kinds of material happiness. Material happiness is not the same as ananda. Ananda means transcend the happiness of the soul, the Atma. Sensual happiness is not happiness. This is dukkha yone evate. Krishna said this is a source of our distress. Samsparsh bhoga. Yehi samsparsha bhoga dukkha yone evate. Adyantavanta konte anatesha brahmateva. Sensual happiness is a source of our unhappiness. And intelligent people don't take happiness there. That it's beginning and it's... What's your favorite food? Favorite prasadam?
Sweets.
Huh?
Sweets.
Sweet? Me too, I love sweets. Rasgulla, cham cham, burfi, bundi laddu. Huh? Fruit cream. So let's say you start thinking, I need to eat fruit. Oh, and there's fruit cream today. You start eating fruit cream. Eat 1 cup. So delicious. You're doing abhishek for your tongue. Ah, so nice. I'll have another cup. and another, and another. Okay, bus. Oh yeah, I can't eat anymore. What happened to the pleasure you were experienced by eating fruit cream? It's gone. Ajantavanta Konteya had its beginning and its end. Every material, sensual happiness has its beginning and nateshu ramate buddha. An intelligent person doesn't take his pleasure there because it's a source of distress. Dukkha yone evati. Ananda is the happiness of the soul that we experience in relationship with God. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam. You get this taste. Actually, we say there's two kinds of devotees. One is Bhajanananda Sadhu. He's absorbed in bhajan. Another is Bhojanananda Swadhu. So you have to choose. Ananda comes from the soul, the Atma. Not from our senses. Sensual happiness is not real, it's illusory happiness. Just like if you're dreaming. If you're dreaming, I'm eating fruit cream, and they look at you, you're lying in bed, you're like, you're not eating fruit cream. But in your subtle body, I'm enjoying eating fruit cream. Oh, so delicious. Mango, cherry, banana. Are you eating fruit cream? You think I'm eating fruit cream. Same when you actually eat fruit cream, you're not eating fruit cream. Do you understand that? Explain it to me.
It depends on how a mind perceives things. In the mind, if I'm eating and actually not eating is as good as I'm eating and mind is getting.
Who is eating? Who is eating?
Soul is not eating.
Yes.
Soul is not.
We're experiencing the world through our senses, through our jnanendriyas. It's like your glasses. Can your glasses see?
Yes.
No.
Glasses cannot see.
They can't see. This chasma. How about your eyes? Can your eyes see?
Eyes.
No. They're a seeing instrument just like this. Aiba is seeing. We navigate the world through our senses, but they're only senses. We're the soul. And by ahankar, the soul is seeing, but by ahankar we think, I am enjoying.
Whatever material pleasure we get, actually, we're experiencing this, but
we're experiencing it through the body. But body is not the soul. How is the soul enjoying through the body? Soul is Satchidananda, Vigraha, full of Ananda. But we're seeking Ananda through this, through seeing and hearing and touching and smelling and tasting. Our Jnanendriyas. That's not real happiness. But by ahankar we think, even the soul thinks, I am enjoying, I am the enjoyer.
Soul is always happy, Satchitanand. Yes. But it is experiencing whatever is happening. Soul is not affected by that. Ahankara is affected by that, and because of this wrong conception that I am body, we feel that I am getting pleasure or pain.
Yes, but are you? I am hot, I am cold, I am honored, I am dishonored, I am happy, I am sad. Where do those conceptions live?
Subtle body.
In your mind, subtle body. Buddhi, man, ahankar. They don't live in your soul. This is jnana. Jnana is very helpful in bhakti. But jnana can't give you bhakti. Just like if I want to eat a mango, I take a knife and I peel the mango, right? But I don't eat the knife, I eat the mango. So jnana is helpful to bhakti, but it's not the essence of bhakti. It's a help in bhakti to understand what is Atma, what is Paramatma, what is jnana, what is vijnana, what is karma, what is pradhan, what is prakriti. To understand what is this world, jnana is very helpful. But it can't give you bhakti. It's helpful. The knife is helpful to eat the mango, but you don't eat the knife, you eat the mango.
Just question got in my mind. As you said, as the specs are not seen by itself and the eyes are also not seen. The soul is seen through the eyes. So eyes are the instruments.
Soul is a person. Soul has spiritual vision.
So basically we are seeing through the eyes.
We're experiencing the world through our eyes.
Yes.
The soul is experiencing the
Then
world.
when we are hearing also, the soul is hearing through the ears, not the body is hearing. Basically.
And by ahankar, we think I'm hearing, we experience the world by hearing. The soul has its own spiritual vision. It has its own spiritual hearing. Everything's spiritual. And spiritual life means that sarvupadi vinirmuktam tatparatir. It become upadi shunya, give up identification with the body. Prabhupada gave a nice example. He was walking with devotees. He said, why my kurta is like this? Why is this, I'll ask you, why is this kurta shaped like this?
Because hand shape is like this.
Yeah, because I want to put an arm through it. Okay? Why is my arm shaped like that?
Because my soul shape will be like that.
We have a spiritual body that's covered by matter. We have a spiritual body, we have spiritual senses. So spiritual life means to uncover the spiritual senses and experience the world through spiritual senses, not through our gross material senses. To spiritualize our experience in the world.
So basically, then when we are hearing or seeing something, does the soul experiencing the sound, the sight or not?
Yes.
The soul is experiencing the sight and the sound. Similarly, when we are smelling something, does the soul is the soul experiencing the smell?
We think we're smelling because it's a material experience. Now this is the difference between smelling a flower that's offered to Bhagwan and a flower that's not offered. Because when we come in contact with Krishna through our senses, sarvupadi vinirma upadis, we have to become upadi shunya, which means to break identification with our body and senses. But when we come in contact, when we hear spiritual sound, touches our heart, why do devotees cry in happiness, spiritual happiness, chanting Krishna Nam? Why do we feel ecstatic emotion chanting Krishna Nam? It's sound, but what kind of sound? And what is the experience of the Atma? It breaks through the coverings of buddhi, mana, ahankar and touches the soul directly. And we have that, if you have that experience, you're never the same. Material sound, you can listen to some music, some love song.
But that soul,
Pyar, 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 you know. Dil til pagal hai, kal ho na ho. Oh, he loved her so much. It's so sad. And people cry. The whole thing's illusion, right? They go to the movie, they pay good money, they sit in there, and they look at light on a screen, and they hear sound, and they cry. They feel like, I got my money's worth. I had this emotional outburst. I cried. Or if it's a scary movie, they go, is there anything to be afraid? We're speaking of fearlessness. It's sound, it's light, they're actors.
virtual world.
There's nothing to be afraid. They're not in love. No one's dying. They say they're getting shot, but no one's dying. They're embracing, but they're not in love. They're paid actors. And people have this emotional response. They become fearful, they cry, they feel, oh, he loved her so much, so much. It's so sad, so sad. It's all illusion, beginning to end. Does that mean we can't experience love from a spiritual platform? We can't experience spiritual emotion. We can't have spiritual experience eating that which is connected with Krishna. Prasadam, prasadam smell, prasadam taste, prasadam sound, God's name, that breaks through the conditioned nature.
Also reaches to the soul level. When everything is
That touches the soul.
yes.
But by buddhi, mana, ahankar, I think I am enjoying. I think I'm seeing, are we seeing reality? There's a very interesting verse in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 2. Jnanam te hamsa vijnanam idam vakshayam asheshas yash gatvam ena bunyan yaj gyatvavyam avasishyate. There's two conceptions, phenomenal conception, nominal conception. Phenomenal conception means what I can see, what I can taste, I can hear. Is that the only reality? Can I see you? Can I see you?
Not real me, my body.
I can't see you. I know you're there, your body's moving, your eyes are blinking. I can understand, you were there, but can I see you? No. This is a nominal conception, phenomenal conception. I can see your body. I can see, I can taste, I can hear, I can experience the world through my senses. That is not everything. Because we belong to that category, nominal conception, spiritual conception, the same conception that God belongs to. Unless we enter into that conception, we're living in a dream. Because this whole world is nothing but a dream. Vurdamulam adakshakam ashvatam prahuram chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda veda vid. There is a banyan tree with its roots upward and its branches down. That is the material world. Where do we see that? Where do we see a tree with its roots upwards and its branches down?
It's a reflection.
In a reflection. Pratibimba. The whole material creation is a reflection of spiritual reality. Talk about mango. What is a mango?
Mango.
Yeah, what is a mango?
Mango is fruit.
What? Go deeper. What is a mango? Because if you put that mango on a table, it'll start getting brown. The little fruit flies will come. It'll get darker, darker, darker. Ultimately, it will turn to dust. Is it a mango? It's not a real mango. How is there a mango? It's a reflection of a spiritual conception, a spiritual concept of mango. Because in the reflection, there has to be reality, right? The tree has to be there, or there's no reflection, right? So if it's a mango tree, can you pick a mango from a reflection? That is the material frustration of our existence. We're trying to enjoy that which is only a reflection, reflected reality, a real illusion.
Just like oasis.
Huh?
Oasis.
Like oasis. No, like, not oasis. What are they called? Mirage. Mirage. Like it looks like water, but it's not water. It looks like a mango, but it's not a real mango. It's a temporary reflected image in the material world. And this is our body, our whole existence. We're living in a dream. Again, if Prabhuji is eating fruit cream in a dream, oh, I'm enjoying. You're not enjoying, but we think we're enjoying. Real enjoyment means to go loka and eat eternally with Krishna. No BP problem, no sugar problem, no cholesterol problem. Just eat.
No indigestion.
No indigestion. No. Just enjoy with Krishna. So we have to understand, we have to chindande kovedastasya ko nakuryat katavratim. To cut through this labyrinth knot of misunderstanding by Hari Katha. We don't understand, we're living in a dream. It's a real illusion. A dream is real, right? We all dream at night. But what substance does it have? It has no substance. It's unreal. The fruit cream is unreal, the experience is unreal. Or you dream of a woman. You're dreaming of a woman, you're enjoying with her, and you have what do they call? You're hugging her, you're embracing her, and you have emission. Where is the woman? You wake up and you're wet. Where was the woman? There's no woman. But because your mind is absorbed in it, you're thinking, or you're dreaming, it has effect materially. So we have to wake. Spiritual life means wake up from the dream. Wake up from the dream. And embrace reality. Embrace the real truth. In the material world, the highest thing becomes the lowest, and the lowest thing becomes the highest. Which is another discussion. I think we're past time. Prasad Seva? Yes?
So I'd like to thank Prabhuji for giving us association for a long time. Prabhuji has mercifully spent his time today morning to give us association. We will chant one time Hare Krishna mantra to thank Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Sarvadrik Prabhuji ki jai. Prabhuji will have honor prasadam now, and if anyone wants to have.
I am going to fast. Yesterday, I got stuffed 3 times to the neck. Prabhu, eat! One more, please, one more. Take, Prabhu, take. I'll show you a picture. I was in one devotee's house. Just a little lunch, Prabhu. 3 sabjis, kachori, chapati, rice, idli, sambar, chutney, fruit cream,
Salad.
And salad.
salad, lassi, rice. Prabhu, one more, please take, please take. This happened twice yesterday. And so I have to give my body a little break, you know.
Little liquid, some fruits.
Some fruits, if you have fruits.
Want to drink water?
Yes, I think I'm just